Hey, fitness sisters, how y'all doing today? Um, those days when you're kind of procrastinating getting dressed and you just are sort of just lounging around in your robe. Um, well, today's moves for modern life using props that are all around us for getting yoga into our life is kind of based on things you might have around at a time like that. For example, your very own bathrobe, old pair of tights. I wouldn't suggest using a brand new pair because you actually, if you care about overstretching, that's probably not something you want to do. Also, your very own exercise bra. They usually have pretty sturdy elastic, and overstretching them is probably not going to happen, but even so, we're not going to stretch it all that hard. But we are going to do some good for our bodies using our own clothes. So let's go over to the mat. I'll show you a few things. So for starters, I actually have exercise clothes on underneath this. We're going to start with our tights, and they're pretty stretchy, so they're ideal for getting into our shoulders in a gentle way without making our shoulders strain or be forced in any way. And the shoulders are actually a pretty delicate joint. If you think about it, you probably know at least one or two people, or have heard of one or two people that have had rotator cuff surgery or shoulder pulls. So it's a good idea to keep your shoulders, keep your mobility going, and to take care of those shoulder joints. So I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. I'm holding my tights like, a little wider than a shoulder width. And I'm just going to inhale up, and it'll widen as much as I need to bring it back behind me. Inhale up, exhale down. So that's all it is. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. This is one of my very favorite moves for waking up the shoulders, because it takes our shoulders into the complete range and it takes them in there gently. So if we're planning on using our upper body in a workout, or just don't want to be uncomfortable, it's a really good idea to try to take them through the complete range, but gently. So maybe you do this right after a nice hot shower. When your muscles are warm already, you'll get even more out of it. So let's come back forward, and we're still using our tights. And we're going to reach up. I've brought my hands a little closer together, and I'm going to raise my arms up. Now, I'm not just holding up. I'm having a little bit of resistance, and I'm pushing at the same time. So it's a little bit of an active arm. And I'm pulling in my belly as I reach up, and I'm pretending like I'm trying to push my hands up to the ceiling. As I take myself back a little bit, and then I'm going to bend my knees. I'm going to fold forward, but I'm going to keep my arms actively reaching. I'm going to drop my head. So let's just take that a couple times. We'll inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up, exhale back. So notice I'm keeping my knees bent. I just want to gently get these legs warmed up. I want to get my low back a little bit warmed up and stretched out, but I don't want to stress it. And this action of the arms is actually helping to keep our spine long as we reach up, so that we're not just collapsing back into our low back and causing some pinchy feeling. So let's come back down, finish that series. Maybe take it 3 to 5 times, however much repetition feels good to you. And we're going to switch over to the jog bra. So I'm going to come over and show you my hand position. And guess how I figured this out? By either putting it on or taking it off. So listen, my palms are facing. The backs of my hands are inside the elastic. And I'm going to use that same action of reaching forward with a slight bit of resistance. So notice I'm not stretching it any further than it would be on my own rib cage, okay? But we have a great opportunity. We're going to get into the space in between our shoulder blades, which gets so tight on people. We're going to get into our neck and our trapezius. All right, so let us reach forward. So we're extending through the fingers. We're resisting out. Now we're going to press our shoulders downward. And as we resist out and we hug our low belly in, you should feel your shoulder blades moving away from each other. Now I want you to picture that space in between your shoulder blades and breathe, okay? So we're going to inhale and we're going to exhale. Your feet can be wide if you'd rather. And exhale. You can even do this in a chair. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to slowly release out of it. We're going to take some shoulder circles. So those muscles that just got stretched, don't get mad and go into a spasm. Now, we're going to take the same hand position, only behind the back, right? So here's how it looks from the back. Okay, like that. And I'm going to take my feet apart really, really wide. I'm going to turn my toes in toward each other. I'm going to roll my shoulders open. And if you see from the side, looks like this, and this may be enough to stretch your chest. But if you would like to go farther with me, I want you to press down the knuckles at the base of the big toe. I want you to hold your low belly in, open that chest, and we have a potential to do something really cool. So take a breath. As we exhale, and you can bend your knees as you bow forward, or you can keep them straight as long as you promise not to lock your knees. And we come forward, and we move our hands away from the tailbone. They're going to move toward the back of my head. And then if you can get them far enough over, you relax, and you let gravity handle the rest of it, okay? So here goes. And I'm breathing, and the crown of my head's facing straight down. You can see my arms are very relaxed. If I want to gently move side to side, I can choose that. If I want to bend my knees and take a little bit of a low side lunge, I can take that too. I'll come back to center. Take a breath. Exhale. I'll move my hands toward my tailbone. I'll soften my knees, and I'll inhale up slowly. Okay? Let's release the jog bra. We're done with that for now. Take a couple of shoulder circles. And we'll take our last thing for our upper body using our clothes. We're going to go back to our bathrobe. And as if you had it on, you're going to grab the inside of your sleeve. Okay? So as if you were going to put it on, but don't. Just grab that inside of that sleeve. I'll show you where I'm grabbing. Just right there at the base of the sleeve hole. I've got my legs nice and wide, so I've got plenty of stability, and I'm just going to inhale up and pull down. So this is stretching the fronts of my shoulders. Yeah, feels really good. I call this one goalposts. So we inhale up and we stretch the belly. We pull it inward and upward. And exhale, we pull down. Breathe it in. And exhale. Nice. So let's just release it down. You probably, if you're like me, you've got some crazy static electricity by now. Take some good shoulder circles and release your chest and shoulders. And didn't that feel good? Right? Okay, well, I will have more moves for modern life for you coming in the future. I'm going to continue my lives every Thursday at 11:30 Central Time in Fitness Sisters in the month of October. And if you would like to sign up for my yoga classes at LL Yoga Online, it's a Facebook group, and I'm taking registrations now for October, so that would be 3 15-minute class posts a week. Sometimes they're more like 20 minutes, plus additional content. So I would love to welcome you to those classes too. But you'll still see me on Fitness Sisters live Thursdays at 11:30, and it's been fun. I'll see y'all next time. Adios.